Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Rundown. The episode's going to be Torso versus Bandos Chest Plate, and we're going to be featuring Shebbi. As always, we're going to go over the pros, cons, where to use this item, the item stats, and where the item ranks overall. And at the end, we're also going to pick an overall winner of these two items. So we're going to tell you which one is the best to use and why. And here you can see the scale we're going to use to rank these items. 1 being the least effective, which is going to be represented by a Greater Demon, and 10 being the most effective, represented by the Corporal Beast. Starting off first, we have the pros of the Torso. The highest melee strength bonus in-game. For a chest armor piece, it's also tied with the Bandos Chest Plate. It is completely free. It's buyable from the Barbarian Assault minigame for 375 points in each roll. It can be kind of tedious to get, as Barbarian Assault's not one of those really liked games, and especially since you have to have a team, which they tend to dip out on you, which leaves you stranded and can take a long time to get. And it also has a decent weight rating, and it only weighs about 4 kilograms, so not going to weigh you down too much if you're fighting bosses.
Pros is it has the highest strength bonus in game for a body, of course, and it's equivalent to Bandos Chest Plate. They both have the same strength bonus.
So the cons of the Torso is that it can be really tedious and frustrating to get, as Barbarian Assault teams aren't really consistent, and they'll leave at their leisure, and you're kind of stuck. It also has a negative 10 magic defense and a negative 40 magic attack, which is worse than the Rune Plate body, which I had no idea about. And if you're in 20 wilderness and below and you die, it'll break, and it costs 50k to fix it. And if you're over 20 wilderness, it's completely gone forever, and you have to go back to the minigame to get it back. I didn't know it had a negative 40 magic attack, did you?
No, I didn't really know that.
That's like substantial. That's a lot of negative magic bonus.
The pros of the Bandos Chest Plate is that it's the same with the Fighter Torso, actually. It has the highest melee strength bonus in game, and it also has +1 prayer bonus, and it has the equivalent defense stats as Thorax, Guttons, and Dark Plate bodies, basically the Barrows items, and it does not degrade unlike the other Barrows items.
Yeah, definitely. And the Bandos Chest Plate also has a double range defense bonus when compared to the Barrows items, and that's probably why it's more used over Bandos if you have the money to buy it.
Exactly. The cons for the Bandos Chest Plate, it requires 65 defense to equip, and it costs roughly 12 million to purchase, meaning that an average poor player most likely won't be able to buy it. So, the best option for a poor player will be a Fighter Torso. And it is also one of the heaviest items in game. It weighs 12 kilograms, and it has no offensive bonus at all, and negative ranged and magic bonus.
Definitely, it's one. I think it's the second heaviest in game, only rivaled by the Granite Plate body, which has a 22 kilogram weight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane, yeah. So now that you know the pros and cons of these items, where would you want to use them? The Bandos Chest Plate is probably best to use at bosses that require a high defense for prolonged periods of time. So anything that is going to hit you rapidly or range you, anything like that. So Bandos, definitely a must there. If you're tanking, for sure. Slayer tasks, Slayer tasks can last a couple hours if depending on what you have. So having the BCP is really going to make your trips worthwhile. And then any bosses that require high range defense, so definitely Bandos as well. And then Cerberus is a good one to use it at, as you can get your highest DPS out of it.
Yeah, well, you said that you should use it for Slayer, so that applies to Cerberus and Sire. And it is definitely good to use at Bandos as an attacker, as it provides them. Well, actually not at Bandos, because if you're in a duo team at Bandos, then you should definitely use a Caril Stop. But if you're in a trio, then it's best to use Bandos Chest Plate because it provides the most DPS, right?
Yeah, definitely. It has that +4 strength, and then it also has that massive range defense, which is kind of counteracted by the doesn't really have any mage defense, but I think all in all, it's probably worth it because Bandos' range attacks are insane.
Exactly. So it's also very good at corporeal beasts. Well, if you're in FFA, of course, it's not good in teams like 3-man or 4-man teams, because Corporeal Beast most likely hits with magic, and Bandos Chest Plate has no magic defense. But it's definitely good at FFAs because it provides a lot of DPS.
Yeah, you need to get those hits in as quick as you can to get the eater out.
Yeah, and it's also good at Dagnot Kings. Now, if you're on a Slayer task and say that you're good at prayer flicking, then you won't need to use the classic prayer setup like Proselyte Body, those boots that provide holy sandals.
Yeah.
And you just don't need a prayer setup. You can just rock full strength armor like Bandos, Primordials, because the thing is, when you're on a Dagnot Kings task and you're using Bandos, you kill Supreme much faster, and when you're gonna mage Dagnot Rex, you have a lot of ranged defense, meaning that the Spinal Lips, those little monsters, they won't be able to hit a lot on you with their ranged attack.
Those little bastards.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And that prayer bonus definitely helps as well, and that +1 adds up over time.
Exactly.
And then, I mean, the higher DPS you have, the more kills per hour, which basically just means more profit. So definitely could see that would come in handy. So for the torso, you definitely want to do bosses that don't require high defense, as it does have a lower defense stats compared to the Rune Plate body, which if you've ever used a Rune Plate body, you know you do get hit fairly often. So that has a lower defense than that. So I would probably use it at lower level Slayer tasks, so Greater Demons, stuff that doesn't require a massive amount of defense. I see a lot of people use it for PKing, which possibly could change now due to the fact that it does cost 50k to repair it. But it does have the max, the best melee strength in game, which, BCP or Torso for the wild. I'd probably lean on Torso. And training when you're using prayer. So I see a lot of like Zerkers and stuff that use the Torso in Nightmare Zone to get that highest melee strength and get the most XP per hour they can. But it doesn't have a fucking prayer bonus, so you got pros and cons either way.
Yeah, definitely agree with you. I mean, Fighter Torso, it's like paper. It has no defense.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
It's like pure strength. Like you said, it's good for peeking, and it's good for lower level Slayer tasks, and that's actually pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take that anywhere else. I mean, I can afford a Bandos Chest Plate, but I guess if you're a Zerker, that's your only option, really, because you need 65 defense for the Bandos Chest Plate, so you only have one option, really. So,
I will definitely not go to Godverse with Fighter Torso.
Oh my god, you would get destroyed.
Yeah.
So for the Fighter Torso stats, if you look at the attack bonus, you can see that it has absolutely nothing, and it has a negative 40 mage attack bonus. So if you're trying to hybrid in a Torso and you forget to switch, probably not going to hit. Jump to the defensive bonus. Has slightly less defensive bonuses than a Rune Plate body. It does have a higher slash defense bonus, which could be why PKers tend to use it, as most people use whips or de-skimmies, so that slash bonus might help. But other than that, it doesn't really have much. It has a negative 10 magic. But then if you go down to the other bonuses, you see that it has a +4 melee strength, which is the highest in game, next to the Bandos Chest Plate. And then over here to the left, you have the weight, which is at 4 kilograms, which is moderately low. It does add up over time, of course, but it's a lot lower. It's 3 times lower than the Bandos Chest Plate.
Alright, so Bandos Chest Plate. As you can see, it has no attack bonus, and but not as much negative magic and ranged as the Fighter Torso. And it actually has some of the best defense stats in the game, and one of the best ranged defense, which is why I would advise to use it at Dagnot Kings. I want to bring this up because a lot of people, they use it at Calfight Queen, and Calfight Queen has an attack accuracy, and a ranged accuracy of 100%. So you most likely won't need ranged defense at Calfight Queen, so it's pointless to use Bandos at Calfight Queen. Just I'd sort out that. And it has some of the best defense stats in game for ranged defense, and first with the best melee stat strength bonus and +1 prayer bonus. And it is extremely heavy compared to the Fighter Torso.
Yeah, it has 3 times the weight as the Fighter Torso, but it does have that +1 prayer, which
Yeah, I mean, it adds up after time.
Well, of course. So now we're going to jump into the ranking system. We have the torso first off, and we're going to start with the defensive score. So where would you rank it on the defensive scale between 1 and 10, Shebbi?
It's probably 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you, but I'm actually going to give it even lower. I'm going to give it a 2.
I mean, it's literally paper.
It really is. Like, it's just got some nice abs, and the rest of it's paper. Let's jump into the offensive score. Where would you put it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Offensive as in strength, right?
Well, I guess you can consider strength, yes, and then also the like offensive stats, which it has nothing. So
yeah, I mean, it doesn't have any slash or any accuracy bonus. It just has strength bonus.
Yeah, it just has that +4.
Yeah, I mean, it has the best strength for a body in game. So I think I would like to give it 7 out of 10, maybe.
Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6. I mean, the +4 strength is insane because it's obviously the best in game, but it has 0 offensive stats at all. So for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6. All right, now let's do the cost effectiveness of the torso. Where would you put it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, I'd definitely go with Fighter Torso. I mean, if you get in the right team at Barbarian Assault, Fighter Torso, it really doesn't take a long time to get. So I'd definitely say 8 or 9 out of 10. Easy. It's really easy to get compared to Bandos Chest Plate. I mean, if I was a poor player and if I had just a 1 million bank or so, I'd go over Fighter Torso than Bandos Chest Plate any time of the day because it's really easy to get, in my opinion.
Definitely. I mean, it's free. If you have a good team, like you said, it's easy to get. But I mean, if you have that shit team, then
yeah, then you're fucked.
You're screwed. Yeah. So for cost effectiveness, I'm going to give it a 9 as well. It's free to get, obviously. You do need some startup gear to do Barbarian Assault. If you're like the attacker, you kind of need a weapon. So I mean, I would say it takes a little bit of time, and you need to have something, some weapon to get it. So I'll give it a 9. All right, so let's jump into the overall rank. Where would you put this on a scale of 1 to 10, Shebbi?
I'd put it, I think, 6 or 7 out of 10, I think.
All right, we'll go ahead and throw a 7 down. Is that all right?
Yeah, I mean, it is the best option for the poor players, so 7 out of 10, I think that's best.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I'd say it's somewhere between a 6 or a 7 as well. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to lean more on a... I guess I'll go with a 7 because of the cost effectiveness. It really kind of brings it up a little bit. It does have the best strength. It just has no defense. So if you're not really worried about defense, then this might be the best option for you. So for that reason, I'll go ahead and give it a 7. All right, so now we're going to rank the Bandos Chest Plate on a scale of 1 to 10. So Shebbi, where would you put this on a defensive score?
The Bandos goddamn Chest Plate. Defensive stats. I mean, it's one of the best defense. It has one of the best defense stats in the game compared to Thorax, Darogs, and Guttens, I think. I'd definitely put it at 9 out of 10 because of its insane range of defense.
I would definitely agree. I don't think there's a better armor out there, honestly. I can't think of anything that's better than it, can you?
I don't actually think there's any better defense armor out there for ranged, actually.
Yeah, I think that's the best item you can get. So for that reason, I'm actually going to give it a 10 because I don't think there's anything that rivals it. It's got the prayer, it's got the strength, it's got the defensive stats. So for defensive score, I think it's a 10.
Yeah, I will agree with you. I think it's 10 out of 10.
You want to switch yours?
I don't really think there's anything to rival it.
All right, so we'll put a 10 on yours.
Okay.
All right, so for the offensive stats, where would you put it at?
The offensive stats, it has no accuracy bonus. It only has strength bonus. So I'll put it at probably 10 out of 10 because it has the best strength armor. I mean, it has the best strength armor in the game. So
yeah, if you think about it, there's no other armor that gives a bonus like that.
Exactly. So you can't really rival it with any. It's like the best. I'd say it's the best chest plate in game.
Yeah, I would say the 2. All right, I'll go ahead and switch mine to a 10 then, because that's a good point. There's nothing else better.
Yeah.
So for cost effectiveness, where would you rank it on a scale of 1 to 10 for cost effectiveness?
Cost effectiveness. Now, I mean, if you have the money, then you can buy Bandos Chest Plate, and it's not that expensive if you think about it. I mean, like, it's the best armor in game for strength, and it only costs 12 million. Like, for somebody, it's like a lot. 12 million. Oh my god, that's my bank. But I definitely think Bandos Chest Plate is a useful item, and the cost effectiveness, I'd say I give it 9 out of 10, easy.
Yeah, I would. And, it is 12 mil, but if you think about it, I mean, 12 mil in retrospect is not that, not that much, Especially,
yeah, exactly.
Especially for the the like what you get for it. So I'm actually going to give it an 8 for that. I think it is a little pricey, yeah. I mean, for some people that is kind of pricey, but at the same time, you look at the usefulness of it and, overall, fucking defensiveness, I think it's going to be an 8.
Yeah, I mean, you can use the Elysian Spirit Shield as an example. That fucking shield has a price of 700 million, dude. And it's the best shield in game, right? For tanking, for defense.
Definitely.
And Bandos Chest Plate is the best item in game for strength bonus, right? I mean, the best body.
Yeah, and
I think it makes sense to put it at 8 or 9 out of 10, really.
Oh, definitely, yeah, I definitely agree with that. So let's go ahead and jump into the overall rank. Where would you put this on a scale of 1 to 10, overall item? I mean, taking everything into account.
Yeah, I think Bandos Chest Plate is definitely a useful item. It's good for Slayer, it's good for bossing, and it's the best body in game, really. So I'd say I'll give it 9 out of 10.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's got the best, stats in my opinion, but the only thing that docks it would be the price, and it's obviously, like we said, it's not that much, for us, but it could be, a lot for someone else. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 9 as well.
Yeah. I mean, if it was a little bit cheaper, I'd give it 10 out of 10.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. All right, so now we're going to do 5 kills per item. First, we're going to do the 5 kills with the torso to see how many hits it takes Shebbi to kill me. So hopefully my, what do I got, 85 slash? Yeah, come in strong, baby. Come in strong.
Let's throw a special attack in there. 38.
Jesus, that thing never hits for me. But 4 hits.
0, 20.
6.
0.
Oh man, I'm tanking right now. 7. Oh, tongue test.
There we go.
8. Alright, first one's 8. Ow!
0. 2. There we go.
Poison 3. Alright, 4. Oh my god, I'm tanking. Oh shit. 7, 8, 9. Damn.
Was that 9 hits?
Yeah, it's 9.
Oh.
So let me check my stats real quick. Let's see. So since I have a plus 85 slash bonus, we're gonna grab a Hasta out, and we're gonna see if the Hasta wrecks me more than the whip, just to see a different weapon. Oh my god. 3,
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think the Zamrock in Hasta definitely did more damage.
Try, let's do a stab this time, see what the stab does.
Yeah.
That slash bonus is actually, I didn't even really take that into account.
1, 0, 3, 4, 5.
Oh shit.
6, 7.
I'm a fucking tonk. Alright, now let's go back to the whip and see what the whip can do for us for the 5th and final test.
4, 5.
Wow.
6, 7. Yeah, it actually has some slash defense bonus.
Yeah, that plus 85 really helps, which I did not take into account at all. I expected to get shredded, but that slash bonus is pretty underrated, I guess.
Yeah.
So now let's jump into the Bandos Chest Plate and see how many hits it takes Shebbi to kill me. We'll do the we'll do a couple with the Hasta as well, just to get the overall, different tests in here. But wow, torso surprised me.
Yeah. I did not know that.
Neither did I, man.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Tanking it.
Definitely tanking.
9. So we had one with the torso with that. So let's do another one with whip, and then we'll do a crush on the Hasta, a stab on the Hasta, and then we'll do whip at the end.
Yeah.
Just so that's even.
Yeah, you want to test ranged on the fighter torso 10 as well?
Yeah, just to see, like, hey, holy shit, 3. What?
Wow, what was that?
That's bullshit, man.
Man, I should have staked it with that RNG.
Oh my god. So for fun, we're gonna do a range test. He's got mithril darts and pretty high range bonus, I'd say. So there's 2 hits.
3, 4.
Wow.
5.
Oh my god.
6, 7.
7 hits. Wow. Okay. And now let's put on the Bandos Chest Plate, which has a double, almost double. Range.
I just realized I was using fucking Amulet of Torture instead of the Anguish necklace.
I saw that. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Fuck it, let's use this.
Yeah, I mean, just use it again, I guess. Fuck it. But yes, we have the plus 133, I think, which is almost double the torso. So we should be at like 14.
2, 3,
Ooh.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. 11, 12, 13. Yeah, fucking 13. Was it 7 on the fighter torso?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally almost twice
as much. Yeah. That makes sense, though. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense why it's like that.
Yeah, I like it when it makes sense.
Yeah, that 4, that did not make sense to me. So after all of our testing, we proved that the fighter torso has amazing slash defense, pretty much equal with the Bandos Chest Plate. But when you go to stab and crush, it has slightly less defensive bonus for that. And then when you get down to range, it has completely less bonus. Coming in with a 7 hits to kill me compared to the Bandos Chest Plate, which was at 13. So quite a substantial difference. With the fighter torso, we had an average hits per kill of 7.6. Obviously, that was varied styles, so I guess you kind of get a good glimpse of every aspect of combat. And then with the Bandos Chest Plate, we have an average hits per kill of 8.3. All right. So now let's give it an overall rank. Who do you think won this rundown?
Definitely Bandos Chest Plate.
I would definitely agree. I think the Bandos Chest Plate is by far superior to the torso, unless you're fighting something with slash. The torso has insane slash bonus. That I did not expect that one bit. So that's going to be the end of this rundown. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. It did take quite a long time to make and edit, but I wanted to make sure it was accurate, and I brought the best content that I could to you guys. So if you did enjoy this, make sure you let me know down below. And if you did enjoy the person that I featured, make sure you show their channel some love as well. It takes us quite a bit of time to set this up, as we're in different time zones and we have to record everything. So it is a lot of work put in. So definitely go ahead and give their channel a subscribe, and you'll see some content that's pretty similar to mine. I'll make sure I put the link in the description below. So if you guys did enjoy this, make sure you let me know down below, and I will see you next time with another episode of The Rundown.